Hi everyone. Today, me and Danielle, we're talking about healthy activities for the whole family that the whole family can do. Hi Danielle, and Danielle will join us in a sec. Hi. I'll try and work out how to invite you up, Danielle. Okay. Okay, so I've invited you up. Hey.
Hey, hello, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good to see
Oh,
you.
it's lovely to see you for another Monday.
Yeah.
I hope you can hear
Nice.
me okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you really good. Yeah. There's a microphone on my screen now. So when I'm talking, I leave it on, and when you're talking, should I turn it off? Just still getting used to being on Instagram Live. Should I turn the microphone off when you're talking, or do I just leave it?
No, it's good. I can hear you
Okay.
okay. I used to just turn mine off because my kid bullies me sometimes. It's like, come on, let's go, let's play all the time.
Yeah.
So, oh,
Oh,
I
that's
think
okay.
I think we got a nice topic to talk about today, especially
Yeah.
for families, because sometimes when it comes to health and wellness, people think families aren't welcome, do they?
Exactly. That. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. So yeah, we're talking about ways to include the whole family in it. So yeah. So do you want to go first with one of your
Yeah.
tips?
So yesterday it was meant to, we hoped it would have been a sunny day, and my husband said to me, "Oh, you know what we could do? We could go and get a football and go to the park and play." And I thought that's such a nice way to get the kids involved, get the whole family involved to go out, just take a ball. You know, people forget that a healthy activity is meant to be fun. Simply taking a ball to a park is is a pretty good way to get moving and not to feel bored with the gym or feel like you're neglecting your kids if you're not there. And that's my first one. Get a football, get a volleyball if you want to, and just go to a local park. You know, it's free, it's fun. And if you're not in England, it probably won't be raining.
I love it. That's really good. I like that one. Yeah, my daughter's, when she was young, we used to go like running, and we'd have to go after work or before work. And what we do is we go to the beach, and she'd be little, and I would take a turn running, and then my partner would stay with her, and then her and her dad would just do things, some beach games, build sandcastles or something like that, sandcastles and fun things like that. And then I'd get back from my run, and then he'd do his run, and then me and my daughter would play and build sandcastles on the beach. And yeah, that way she had a lot of fun, and we were running around playing chasey or something like that on the beach. And she'd see us both, going for our runs. And eventually she started running a little bit too, but she was only little. And then another time we lived in Sydney, and we went around a park, like there's a big park that we ran around. There's a playground, so one of us, like her dad, would stay with her on the playground, and then I go for a run, and then he would go for a run. I'd stay with her on the playground, so that way she had her activity, and then we got our running in, and then she got to see us running, and so we're all keeping healthy and fit at the same time. So it's a family event, not leaving her at home while we go running. So yeah, so that's one of my tips.
Like that.
I can't. Oh, can you hear me, Danielle? Yeah. You're cutting out. On my end, you're cutting out.
Is it better now? My internet's a bit
Uh,
cracky.
you're back again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Back again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, one of the hardest things as a parent is finding the time and the space to do it in, you know. And it can be overwhelming because kids quickly feel left out. Like now, he didn't bother me all morning. And as soon as I came onto a meeting, where I have to drop everything. So finding that balance where they actually still feel like it's still all about them is really, really important, I think. And it stops you as a parent from feeling guilty too, you know? Like sometimes I'll go do exercise, I feel like, oh man, I feel guilty because I should have been doing this with them. But I try and encourage especially moms to get out of that guilt trip, because it can put you in a very unhealthy state of mind while you're working out. And people don't realize when we're working out and endorphins are very active, you're actually creating quite a lot in that time, and you're subconsciously active too, especially when you're running. Funny enough, you know, you switch off your conscious mind, really, isn't it? And you just go autopilot. So I like that one. I'm going to have to use that one.
Yeah,
We go to the local park a lot, and just having them, even if it's for 10 minutes, we could do like shuttle runs, you know, do a relay.
yeah.
So, you know, resting period would be playing with the kids or whatever, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
The second one I go say is fun activity is swimming, you know. And when you're in the water, you don't really notice that you're exercising. You're doing it, but you don't notice it, especially if you're going in a deep end with the kids. Like I got a toddler who can't swim yet, and just going pushing him around in his little tube, that is exercise on its own, really. So consider swimming as a fun and a different way to get active as well, where you all can have fun. It's not just very strict and boring, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did the swimming thing as well. We quite often go to a place that's got a few swimming pools and like water slides and that sort of thing. And yeah, they can have a muck around in the pool, and then one of you can have a proper swim, and yeah, and that way you're all going and you're all having a turn, and yeah, it's great fun. We used to have like big water slides and all that in Australia, where you just go down a water slide and then jump and then end up in a pool. A big pool, but we don't have many these days because they just made it that you end up in a little bath of water rather than a big pool because of apparently because of litigation. So yes, a litigation of people might drown in the water. So anyway, I don't really, yeah, but we used to have that, and it was so much fun for the kids. Now you can have a water slide, but the end is not very good because you just end up in this little bit of water rather than jumping into a pool at the end of the water slide. I don't know what they're like over there in the UK, but yeah, we have lots of water parks where we still have water slides and different pools for different for the toddlers and for the people that want to do the lap swimming. So yeah, so everyone can go, and yeah, the parents can take turns swimming while the little ones having a swim. And we taught my daughter how to swim when she was only like 6 months old as well. So it's good to learn when they're young, when they haven't got fear. Oh, her name is, my daughter's name is Ange. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is Danielle. I introduced you before probably, but that was when everyone wasn't on. This
Yeah.
is Danielle, everyone.
Hello.
From the UK.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. They do have like water parks here. I haven't actually looked up how they run it anymore, but there is one in Leighton, and they don't have the pool at the end. And I didn't realize it until you mentioned now, but I know like in America, you get a pool at the end, you jump in, you know, there's different parts of different countries where you have different stuff. My son's cooking now. He's different levels.
That's great. That's good. Get him start young.
He cooks pasta, he cooks his eggs, he breaks his eggs,
Wow.
he's different levels, yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, at least if he can feed himself, I know he'll be fine without me. So,
He's so
which
young.
actually,
That's good.
yeah, exactly. Sorry, Monika, I think you're still sharing one healthy activity as well.
I can do another one. So yeah, I had the water park down as well. then, oh, another one that we used to do a lot when my daughter was little was hiking. We used to go to, like, I wouldn't know the name of Grampians and all these places that you drive to and you camp. We could camp or like stay in a caravan or a cabin or something. And then you just hike up the mountains. Just one day you hike up this mountain, the next day you hike up this mountain. And you take all your water and your snacks, and you make a whole day of going up and down this mountain. And so hiking was something that we all really enjoyed. And because when we did it when she was young, she still loves it to this day. And she'll go on the weekend with her friends, hiking to just a local sort of mountain. It's a great exercise, a great fun activity that children can do from such a young age. I think we started doing that with her when she was like 3 or 4. Obviously, smaller mountains and lots of rest. And still loves it. So that's another great fun activity. You can make a day of it. Take food and snacks and water and everything. So. And so that's another one. And me and Danielle, we met on, it was Clubhouse, wasn't it?
It was Clubhouse,
It was.
yeah.
Right, yeah, we did. Yeah, that's right. What room was it in? I forgot.
I don't know if it was sustainability and leadership or it was Skyline's room. When he was doing strategic advice on moderation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think I met you and Roger around the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and we've actually created the Y team, and Chim Zurum is here too from the Y team. Hi, Chim.
Hi.
A lot of good stuff has come out of Clubhouse for me. And Monika is actually one of the first people from Clubhouse to buy one of my fitness courses, and I was struggling to sell my fitness course. I was like, bro, nobody wants this course. Nobody's gonna buy it. And then you bought it and you was like, oh my god, I love it. And I was like, I'll take one for Clubhouse.
I know, and I got through like what did I get up to about day 20, but then
you're doing really well
because of my car. I mean, not my car accident, my running accident. I got my I'm not allowed to have any impact or anything, so I can't get back to it. Yeah, I have to wait.
Yeah. But it's yours for life now, so you can get on it anytime. Once you're better, you can go finish it and then maybe start again, see how you get on.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Clubhouse is great.
I love it.
Yeah, so you've got another one you want to share?
I do, I'd love to go hiking with my kids. I think now that they're a bit older, they might be able, but in London, there isn't much like mountains. But, when we go out, when I was in the army, that's all we had to do. It was always tactical advance in the battle, and you get sick of it, really. I think the army spoiled me a bit because now I don't want to go camping. I don't want to go hiking. I feel like, the adventurous part of it has worn off for me. It's like, no, I like my bed. I like a toilet. I like the basic necessities we take advantage of now. I've been with the military. But I think the last one for me is a really simple one. And Marky really raised the awareness of this, is walking and photography. And because children, you see children take photos of themselves, take videos of themselves. I think that it is really nice for children you can get a cheapy photo. You can either give them your phone, or you can, I will help you in a minute, just wait. Or you can get them like a little camera of their own on Amazon, where they can take photos. Just for children it is, these little cameras. And you can walk with them and let them take photos, take photos of you, take photo of their siblings, take photos of flowers. And you do that for 2 hours. You'd literally walk miles and miles without even realizing it,
That's, exactly. Because they're so distracted having fun with the photos and everything. That's great. That's a really good invention, isn't it? They love having photos.
I think for children, as much as I try and take the phone from my son and be like, no, you shouldn't have this anymore, you need your behaviors. And I'm like, this is all they're going to have. everything for them is going to be technology. A, a time where they're going to be leaving the house and doing stuff because they have to travel to work, that is dying out. In 10 years, people won't be traveling to work anymore, you know? If you think about the way the world is moving, it will be very rare to see the next 3 generations leaving the house because technology is just taking over. So we have an obligation now to show our children, be an example that, hey, we need to get out. We need to create with our hands as well as with our phones, and, you know, create things, make things, go out and travel, because otherwise they'll just sit in the house and
Yeah.
play games and do videos. And, you know, it is convenient, but we have to keep this journey conscious and level-headed, so people don't forget that there's other people out there. I don't know if in Australia you experienced this, but as a mum, you'd be walking with your pram and people are just on their phones. They forget there's a real world, and they will just walk into you. Like, I got a pram and a toddler. I have to move so they can stay walking with their phone. I'm like, don't get annoyed. It's okay. They don't know. They don't know any better. But it is annoying sometimes. But you know, that's just part of the process. So I think we do have an obligation to just get them out and just give them a little camera to have fun while they're walking, and they will enjoy it that way. They won't feel so, Mom, take me home so I can play with my phone. Because otherwise they'll just walk for miles and come play, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I love being outdoors, and yeah, yeah, always that camera idea is great for these days. And with my daughter, when we lived a couple of years, we lived in Sydney, and Sydney's very scenic. You can go on lots of, you know, scenic coastal walks, or yeah, just so many coastal walks, and where the zoo is, and along all these cliffs, and there's so much scenery in Sydney. We lived there for a few years, and every weekend we'd just go catch a ferry or something, and go somewhere different and go for a whole walk, like all day, like a walk all day. And we'd walk, and then we'd stop and sit on a bench and grab an ice cream, and, you know, make it really fun. So it was, like you said, it was like just it didn't seem like a long walk because it was fun because of the scenery and stopping and having snacks and sitting on the bench and all that sort of thing. Well, I mean, she didn't need a camera then, because those days it wasn't you know, it wasn't technology then. But yeah, just making it fun. And we used to walk for 6 hours, and she was only little, like, you know, 4 years old, and walk for hours because we just made it fun and entertaining and scenic, and go somewhere different every weekend, sort of thing. Yeah, and just bring them up, like you said, to appreciate the outdoors, so they're used to going outdoors, and then it stays in their blood, because when they're used to going outdoors when they're an adult, they want to keep doing that as well, because it's a habit. So call me to
That's
Australia. Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful country for sure, definitely. That's it.
amazing. You know, I think the last one for me is gardening. I saw my friend, she's back on St. Helena. Big shout out to Ricky Williams. She's got a little girl who's 2, and she was digging up her dad's potatoes on the weekend. And just to see that, especially if you live in a city, see a toddler digging up potatoes, it gives you hope, you know, like, oh, there will be a time when a generation will garden again. So I think a healthy activity also could be gardening, growing fruit and veg, or even flowers, whatever you like, but definitely fruit and veg for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's so important that they know where fruit and veg come from, like, because otherwise they won't know, you know, like, for example, they don't know where, you know, eggs come from, or, you know, chicken eggs. They just think they come from the shop, and or, you know, they don't understand. So yeah, maybe the next generation, like I said, hopefully learn gardening. That's a really good fun outdoor activity too for kids to learn. I had also tennis as a family day out. Like we used to have a family day out, and with some other friends and other kids, and just hire out a few tennis courts and pack a picnic and drive up to the hills and have a nice day in the country with the tennis, or in the hills we had these tennis courts you could hire out, and yeah, have a picnic and have a game of tennis, a few games of tennis with different people playing. And yeah, so that was lots of fun too. And yeah, you can make a whole day of that too, and be out with nature and everything as well. So yeah, and tennis is good too because you just play it socially. You don't have to be good at it.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. And you get outside,
Yeah.
It's good for your coordination as a kid as well if you play tennis. So
Mm. Exactly, yeah. And golf is another one. Sometimes we always go and play golf. And that was when I was little. My parents took me out playing golf, and I would be with my brother. So mum and dad would play golf, and we'd go around too, and we'd muck around playing as well. We were going around, so that golf just was something that I was always wanted to do. And so now we take my daughter to play just par three golf, but yeah, but it's fun. You get to do the walking, so that's the exercise, and have a bit of a hit with a golf stick. So, and yeah, so that's a really good family activity to do as well.
yeah, I saw you did a reel on it. It looks like that's a driving range. Was that a driving range you were on?
Oh, yeah, that was a driving range. Yeah, I actually had
Mm.
a few weeks ago. So my first time I had a lesson in ages. So yeah, so I'm going to go back and practice and go and play. Yeah.
Yeah. Once I tried to hit a golf ball, but
Yeah,
I couldn't hold a stick. The club, not the stick. The
yeah.
club, I couldn't hold it. So my brother was
Yeah.
like, just get out of the way. You don't know what you're doing. Go home. So yeah, that was my first and last attempt.
Oh, just have a lesson. The lesson, you'll be fine. Hi, Jayhan. Good to see you. But yeah, if you have a lesson, I just had half-hour lesson. And then after the lesson, it's really easy to, tee off sort of thing. So yeah, just. Do you have golf courses there, Danielle?
Yeah, we've got really nice golf courses in London and in Essex. England is quite big on golf. I think Scotland as well is quite big on it. They got, I think
Yeah,
Marky would know more, but they've got like Scottish people as champions and stuff like that. But it's a very prestige elite sport here, or all people sport, very seldom you see
yeah,
very young people doing it. But these types of sports go with the trends. It's a bit like if it's tennis season, everybody wants to play tennis. If it's golfing season,
yeah,
everybody wants to play. If it's boxing season, everybody's a boxer. But yeah, golf has always been seen as like a retired people's sport, or
yeah,
a rich people's sport, rather than in my own opinion,
yeah.
rather than a welcoming sport for everybody, which I'm sure it is, but it just isn't
Yeah.
portrayed that way here. Yeah.
Yeah, in Australia we've got with the par three, you can just go around and hire out. You don't have to own golf clubs and which I don't own, and you just go and hire them out, and it's pretty cheap to do as you can get 3 hours and you pay like whatever $10-15 or something for 3 hours of walking around, including the hiring. So it's cheap if you're not buying your own clubs and all that. If you're not a member of a golf course, you just go like one off sort of thing. But I know what you mean. If you're a member and all that, that's obviously maybe a
And you go
pricey.
to like the seaside, they do like fun golf, like mini golf, stuff like that.
Yeah,
You see
that's
more
good for
people do that.
yeah, that's good fun for little kids, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. But Monica, I don't know if
Yeah,
I had to say one thing to people today, because health, I don't know, we both know that health and fitness and wellness got this public stigma that it's not welcome, and the idea behind this conversation today is that it is welcoming to everybody. If I could say something to people who watching this or listening to this on YouTube, find something you like doing. Like Monica always say, find something you love and make it fun. Doing something healthy doesn't have to be boring and angry and frustrating. It should always be fun, you know. So I hope this did help today, and um, it just motivates you to get up and either go swimming, go hiking, go down
Yeah.
the golf course and hire out some clubs, whatever it is. Just if you feel now that you're ready to do it, go and book it. Go and book it now, and take your kids out, or get moving today.
Yeah, excellent. I agree totally. You know, just include the whole family because sometimes, yeah, like you said, you might feel guilty if you go out and leave the children at home and you're just the only one doing the exercise. And but if you can, yeah, find things where you can include the whole family some of the time, then you know, obviously you've got your own thing that you want to do as well. But yeah, there's so many opportunities just to include the whole family so that kids can see you get it being a good role model as well and have their own activities or exercise sort of thing as well. So yeah, make it fun.
Amazing. Thank you for having me today, Monica. It was lovely. We're doing really well with these Monday lives. I'm really
Yeah,
enjoying it.
thank you for joining, and if anyone's got ideas of topics they would like us to cover and help them wellness and fitness, yeah, just send Danielle or myself a message. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you next week.
All right, see you next
Bye.
week. Bye. Bye.